AEW fans are once again after me. Yes, they are after Brandon Lewis. They are after the executive producer, the founder, the host of Brandon's World. Maybe I started it, but I'm also going to finish it because as I covered on Thursday's show, AEW got crushed by NXT in the Tuesday Night War. Now, those of you that do know that my favorite wrestler of all time, the regular superstar Edge, aka Adam Copeland, has jumped ship from WWE to AEW. And Noah, why do you probably thought that I was going to become a fan of AEW, which of course I have criticized over the last 2 years of basically being WCW white, not investing in their own superstars, not being captivating television, unlike WWE. And so Tony Khan, who I've criticized as not being a grown-up and as a guy who was basically immature, went on Twitter basically all week last week about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and basically criticized WWE, said it was war, pretty much at a meltdown over AEW getting only 600,000 viewers in that Tuesday Night War against NXT. And I responded with a tweet that now has about 13,000 views and almost 300 likes that is really gaining traction. And it basically said that Tony Khan is that kid that is 10 years old and he loses at a video game fair and square and claims that he lost because he cheated and then he has a meltdown. It is not professional for a leader of a company, no matter what company it is, no matter what business you are, to go on the internet and have a complete meltdown. And as you can see by the picture here in my virtual background, this is AEW Collision. This is a look at the hard cam side of AEW Collision while Edge was in the ring on Saturday night. And you can see if you're watching on YouTube, it is completely empty. Obviously, unlike WWE, which is selling out arenas, ticket sales, merchandise, everything in WWE is going up and up and up, where AEW, which was such a hot promotion 40 years ago, keeps going down, down, down. And AEW reminds me of TNA. They remind me of WCW. This is the problem with every single wrestling company that is not WWE. They try to be WWE. They try to make it about WWE. They try to think they're different. And then when they don't have the sustained success that WWE has, because WWE has the best writing team, they have the best characters, they have the best wrestling, they know how to reinvigorate the wheel. They know how to give you professional wrestling. They know how to give you sports entertainment. They know how to give you great matches. They know how to give you great character work. And so with all that involved, WWE may have its down periods, but it also has its up periods. And now they have one of the best rosters they've ever had. As we keep saying here on this show, when you have Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, LA Knight as 5 legitimate white hot baby faces to go with the number one heel in all of the wrestling industry, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, with everything else going on in WWE, and not only the men's, the women's division, the tag team division, WWE now with Triple H, which I talked about, on Thursday as well, being officially in charge of being the head of creative. WWE is in a very good spot right now, and they don't boast about their ratings on social media. They don't try to win the internet. They don't try to win the hardcore wrestling fan base that AEW tries to win. And that is really the difference. WWE, it may be PG, and I understand some people don't love it, but they do appeal to the masses. They appeal to kids. They appeal to adults. They appeal to teenagers. And AEW is really appealing to that rebel fan base that just discarded WWE, over the last 20 years, ever since the Monday Night War, that did not like Vince McMahon's booking. And AEW generally has a fan base of, I would say, between about 400 and 500 loyal AEW people, and that is about it. I mean, you could see by this picture here, the shows are not selling. They had record low attendance. AEW, Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage last week combined could not outsell a WWE house show. And that is concerning to me. And again, I don't really know what the fix is for AEW right now. Besides, you got to get Tony Khan out of creative. We know Bryan Danielson is a great wrestling mind. I almost said great WWE mind, but he is truly a great wrestling mind. We know he worked with the WWE creative team, which is what I was trying to get to in my previous point. In 2020 during the pandemic, Tony Khan has been on record stating if he can never run the company, he'd give it to Bryan Danielson. I think AEW needs a drastic change. As much as Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time, he's not bringing in viewers to AEW. And I said it, AEW was never as hot as All Out 2021 when Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole came to the company after CM Punk's first match back after 7 years that night in Chicago. Ever since that moment, they've never been as cold. The CM Punk incident put a lot of negativity on the product. They've had some bad moments since then, including a moment, obviously this Tuesday night on Dynamite. And really, AEW just has a lot of bad publicity right now. They can't turn it around. I'm not here saying that they cannot, but it is going to be a challenge. Like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.